Hey there, it's me again. So we are going to do lesson 5, which is nouns. And it's actually really a good lesson because a lot of people aren't sure what a noun is. So it's not just a person, place, or thing. It's also like an idea or a state of being. Take a look at this list in front of you, like happiness, fear, exhaustion, uncertainty, anything that shows like a state of being or maybe a condition can be a noun. So yeah, these things are a little bit abstract, and you'll see a couple of applications of those rules. So here we go, guys. It is activity 1 is a flower. Yep. Draw a flower. Notice it has 5 petals. Each petal has a label. Person, place, thing, animal, or idea. And in the middle is the nouns. So it says that you are to write 3 examples of the different kinds of nouns in the petals. So pause your screen and make a flower. Okay, so activity 2, we are actually going to skip. They basically want you to write a sentence using one of the nouns, which is kind of babyish, and we will be able to do better applications in our free writes and our peer edits when we do them. So skip 2 and take a look at the little examples here. Remember I just talked about like states of being and those kinds of abstract nouns? Well, yeah, there are 2 kinds of nouns. Concrete, stare, smoke, sound, whisper, stomach, anything that's tangible, versus abstract, hope, certainty, vision, temperament, intention. So those 2 types of nouns are going to be used in activity 3. Now, it spans 2 pages, unfortunately, but what you're going to do is read this little advice column, if you will. It says, Dear Helen, help, what am I going to do? Signed. And then on the next page has the response. So look at the activity 3. There are 2 columns, concrete versus abstract. You want to find all the nouns and put them in one of 2 columns, and there are 25 nouns in all. So try for 25. I know you can do this. The only problem is, like I said, it's split. So I'm going to advance down and then tell you to pause whenever needed. Right, there's the response and the continuation of the 2-column format. Okay, now remember back in elementary school, you guys learned about compound words. Well, they're called compound nouns now. And you're going to look at these 5. Yep, we have 5 of those. You're going to look at these 5 examples and write down on the line provided the compound noun, if you will. Okay, so a separate piece. It's the title of a book and the sample, and so that is your compound noun. Number 1, Mick, please get the vacuum cleaner out of the closet. One of those, or actually 2 of those words, form a single compound noun. So write those on the line. Okay, pause your screen while you do those 5. And activity 5. There's 5 of these. Okay, activity 5. So they want you to know nouns from verbs, because sometimes a word like fish can be both. So you're going to be doing 1 through 5, but notice each of these questions has 2 parts. So it's going to be 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. And the underlined word is used twice, but you have to decide, is it going to be a verb here or a noun? So pause your screen and do these 5. Before we go on to activity 6, I just want you to know that there are another way to categorize nouns is common versus proper. Common are not capitalized, proper are always capitalized. So instead of a month, it's April. And the list that you see here is just a refresher course in common versus proper nouns, and you're going to apply what you've learned in 1 through 10 here, okay, where say number 1 they give you city, but you need a proper noun. So number 1, you're going to be putting down the name of the city. Number 2, blank, and then Mary. Well, what category is Mary in? So you're just going to be simply supplying a word that would fit in either common or proper. And there's the rest of them. That's numbers 8 through 10. Activity 7, skip. Take a look. Oh, okay. And activity 8, I also want you to skip. Activity 8 refers to this application for employment, which has a lot of proper nouns. You can see most of the items that you would be filling in are going to be capitalized for a reason being that it's like an official document. There are names and dates and places, and it's sort of, it's a formal job application. So for that one, we are going to skip number 8. I'll just show it to you. But it asks you, kind of, what do you think? Why would this kind of application have so many proper nouns? And we just discussed that. So that's the end of lesson 5, the nouns. The next one that we're going to be doing is direct versus indirect. I think before we branch into those kinds of grammar applications, we are going to have a quiz on subject, verb, nouns, and predicate. So you can skip, you can end this screencast, and I will see you in class tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.